Good evening, gentlemen. So, the voting for the Shadows Cup is just about to wrap up, and over here on the Face subreddit, similar to when they check for Choose Your Legends scores, they've gone ahead and checked the Twitter scores to see who they predict is going to come out ahead here, who they think the winners for the Shadows Cup are going to be. So here we go. We have that all pulled up and made this little infographic. It says here, not an accurate prediction method. Tweet count probably inaccurate. Take with a grain of salt. And as we saw last time for CYL 9, it's pretty much true that you got to take these with a grain of salt, because Balder, for example, was very under-predicted on these. They didn't account for how many votes she actually was going to get. And they had her way down, and she ended up pulling in number 2 for the females. And then another one was Ectordeer, I believe, who won first place for the men by an alarming amount. And that also wasn't quite accounted for. So, yeah, these numbers are just an idea, general idea, I would say, not necessarily factual. And let me just see. I guess that's it. They don't really have anything else to say about it. So let's go ahead and take a look here. For the Infantry division, it looks like male Byleth had the most tweets. So what they do, how they calculate this, is they just check how many people tweeted that they voted for the character. And they scour all over Twitter and try to see who actually has the most tweets. And it's actually not that inaccurate of a method as it sounds, but it does lead to a lot of wiggle room here. So male Byleth in first place, Crom in second place, and then Ike in third place. Dude, there is no way Ike did not win the Infantry division unless people are going in with the guys that, okay, we already know what Ike's Shadows form looks like. He's going to be a bear. And because of that, we want to vote for a character who we haven't seen yet, right? So, like, that's a thing I heard a lot of people trying to do, like, vote for new Shadows characters as opposed to existing ones. So, characters like Ike, Corin, Veronica, Lynn, well, you can't vote for Lynn, but just as an example, characters that are already in Shadows that we know what they look like in their beast forms, you don't want to vote for them. You want to vote for somebody we haven't seen yet. And if that's the reasoning why people didn't vote for Ike, I guess I kind of get it. But let's be real here. If this is a popularity contest, and also given the fact that Path of Radiance came out not so long ago on the Switch 2 eShop, there is no way in the universe Ike is not number 1 for the Infantry division. I'm going to just tell you all that right now. Yeah, maybe 94 people tweeted for him as opposed to hundreds for Crom and Byleth, but you know what? Ike is probably going to get more votes. So, yeah, all right. There we go for the Infantry side. Other notable units, we had Alphonse, Byleth female, Alir female, Theorm, Dimitri, Felix, Marth, and then Selka. I don't know if we want to go down even further. Interesting that Freya is counted as infantry for this. I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, she doesn't have to transform into her goat form, I guess. But, yeah, how could they possibly do a Shadows Freya in goat form that's infantry type, right? Doesn't seem to make that much sense. But, okay, there we go for the infantry side. Now for the armored side. I know a lot of people were rallying for Fomortis, actually. And what's interesting about that is he's already a beast. So how much more of a beast can he become when he transforms in Shadows? I don't know. Unless what they want to do is make Leon the main unit and then just have him transform into Fomortis as the beast transformation. They've done that in Fae a lot, right? Like, anytime we get Fomortis, he's always starting off as Leon and then he transforms into Fomortis. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that same thing for Shadows. Sorry to burst your bubble, people, if you voted for Fomortis expecting him to turn into even more of a beast when he transforms. All right, then we have Edelgard in second, who there's no way she's losing to Fomortis. I'm going to tell you that right now. And want to know something funny? As soon as CYL voting ended, they go ahead and post this on the Nintendo Mobile. So look at this. We have final confirmation here. This is what Beast Edelgard is going to look like in Shadows. This is hideous, man. Come on. The bird beak is like so out of place there. I mean, I was thinking, okay, what are they going to do? They're going to make her an eagle, a black eagle or something? Because that would be the obvious choice, right? But they just turned her into Hegemony Edelgard, or how do you say this? Hegemony or hegemony? Whatever. I know the word, what the word means. I just don't know how to say it. So it's like going against religion, right? Hegemony. So why in the world does she have a bird beak on her beast form? Like, choose one or the other, man. Either make her a black eagle or make her the hegemon husk or whatever it's called. This is not it, man. She looks so dumb. Okay, yeah. So Edelgard, who probably won, and then they just dicked us over by also putting her in Shadows right afterwards. So now there's no mystique about what she's going to become. Hector in third, which is kind of an RIP for me. I would have loved it if Hector just won straight up for the Armor Division. He's definitely the coolest character out of this batch here. And we got Corin Female, who's also in Shadows already. We got Leon. We got Corin Male. Wow, the Leon and Fomortis thing, people really love them, don't they? Huh. Alright, then we got Burger King. We got Dedu, Rhea, and Nephany. Nephany as armor is interesting as opposed to being infantry. What's fun about Nephany in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn is that she's one of the few lance infantry classes that we ever get. She's a what is it? Sentinel and Halberdier. That's her class. We don't usually get infantry lances, at least not in classic Fire Emblem. More so nowadays, we see that, like characters like Obero and stuff, but that was not commonplace back in the day. All right, so there we go for armors. Now for flyers, Tsubasa and Shida. Wow. Yes, please. Actually, I would be very happy if they won. Anything from TMS winning has my seal of approval, because this poor game needs something. I wouldn't have cared about TMS if they didn't put that one banner in the game, and then also give them a category in the like sorting tab in the sorting menu. But they went ahead and did all of that. Insys was the one who did that, not me. So the fact that they did all that makes me want more characters from the game now, just to fill out that category section even more and give them more of a chance. And if they don't win CYL, they're never getting another banner. So this is really the only way we're going to get more of them. Okay, then Camilla, of course. Would Tsubasa actually have beaten Camilla? That's hard to say. I mean, just going by Twitter, yeah, you would think so. But Twitter is not a real place. Camilla is probably going to win. Gulveig in third over Ivy. Yeah, I kind of expected Ivy wouldn't be super popular. I think even Veronica did better than Ivy, honestly. And it's not that I have anything against Ivy. It's just that Engage itself wasn't really as groundbreaking as some might have hoped. All right, then we got Florina. We have Grima, Shida, Ingrid, and Katria there. Yeah, it looks like pretty much Tsubasa, Camilla, and Gulveig are the three that are standing out. If you look at the adjusted tweets, it's way heavily favored for those three. All right, and then finally for the Cavalry Division, we have Claude winning, which seemed obvious. No one in the Cavalry Division was even going to be a match for Claude. It seemed really unfair the way that they set this up. Because, like, most of the competition was in infantry. Like, here we got some real contenders. Like, Byleth, Crom, Ike, Alphonse even. Like, yeah. Then you got Dimitri and Marth and stuff. This was really loaded. The infantry division was very heavy. And then you go to, like, Flyer. Okay, maybe Flyer isn't that bad off because we have Camilla, Veronica, Ivy, Gulveig, like, some popular characters in there. But then Armor, it's basically just like Edelgard, Hector, Fomortis. And then over here, it's really just Claude. Like, ain't no one taking Ephraim over, or Erica over Ephraim, pretty much. If you played Sacred Stones, I think Ephraim is more popular than her. Also, given the fact that he won CYL way before she did. And then Claude. Claude's transformation is probably going to be a golden deer. Like, he's just going to turn into a deer, and they're going to call it Cavalry. Would be interesting, I guess. Okay, then Erica in second, Sylvain in third. I think Sylvain might have did better than Erica, too, honestly. Bernadetta, Berkut, Leo, Sigurd. Poor Sigurd. He better win CYL 10, I'm telling you. I can't believe we've gone this many years without Sigurd winning CYL. All right, then Marianne, Xander, and Elliewood. Yeah, so I mean, my predictions, I would say Ike for Infantry, Edelgard for Armored, Camilla for Flyer, and Claude for Cavalry. Pretty much the same as I said in the original video, but here we have a little bit more information to make more of an educated guess. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Are you okay with who we think won? And if you think I'm wrong, if you think these guys are a little more accurate than me, then also let me know that in the comments section. But yeah, the one that I'm really pulling for now seeing these numbers is Tsubasa. Hopefully she's able to do it.